Hey guys, welcome to Sunshine Tidings, Gaming for XP here. My first project and my first YouTube video, so hope this helps you, and we'll get started. Bringing a little bit of long order to the Commonwealth today. As you can see, I've got my foundation already laid down. It's going to be a fairly narrow structure, 5x2, and like I said, we're going to build a police station. So to start with, I'm using walls from a mod called Snap and Build. Terrific little mod, and I'll leave all the mods that I use in the description. You can typically use whichever resources you have available to you. I just like these walls and what that offers. So first of all, we're just going to do the main office area, and typically this next series of doors is also a Snap and Build tool, and I love these. These are just terrific. I don't know why Bethesda hasn't put better doors into the game, but that's what the modder community is there for. You can see these little panels just snap nice and clean in there. Everything's nice and neat and flush to the wall. So, what to do next? So not much to it. Fairly square box, 2x2, 4 panels. I've got a little veranda there, and there's a little area at the back. You'll see what I do with shortly. So we go into the metal walls tab. Again, this is unlock settlement objects, and these metal dividers. I love these things. They're fantastic. You might notice my menu's a little bit different to some menus. I have a mod installed on Xbox One called Workshop Rearranged, and it really does save you a lot of time and effort. You can see here I'm just lining this up and trying to get as close to the wall as possible. There we go. And you'll see in a minute I'll straighten this up, but I want to get as close to as possible. Just check it straight. Always important just to get things a little bit straight, and because everything will come off that. We are there is a series of builders on YouTube and around the community that are just a little bit anal about things being perfect, but I think it's certainly worth doing properly. It does. If you built a long time, you realise that it can cause you other problems later down. So here I'm just trying to fit it in. I use a mod called Place Anywhere. It's pretty well known. You could do this with the rug glitch quite easily. I guess I'm just a little bit lazy, and why have the mod if you're not going to use it? So just getting this spot on, really nice and straight. It's always worth checking, and there we go, we're in. I think we need just a slight adjustment. I think we're just a little bit out. And again, typically if you're building and that's good enough, nobody's going to critique your work and score you on it. As Davey would say, that's grand. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, so far so good. There's not a lot to this build. Typically I started this build in Sanctuary, and I did start building a Sanctuary build rather than scrapping all the buildings. I started adding in between the gaps. So here we get typically the kitchen bench, and again Place Anywhere, but again you could glitch this in using the rug or the ashtray, or I reckon even the pillar. This is Place Anywhere is a great mod. I believe we do have a similar mod now on PS4, and also obviously PC's had it forever, because PC players have everything. They're lucky ducks. Now I get this in. It's very important that you don't glitch this too close to the doorway, because you won't get the door in, basically. And you'll see in a minute I get this completely wrong. It's not straight, not even close to being straight. But you know, I'll fix that up. And she's a beauty. And so now we have the countertop, and it's a very simple idea, but it looks very effective in the overall scheme of things, and typically the inquiry counter for the police station. Taking my time, just glitching this in, making sure it fits perfectly. And you'll see there's a little bit of bleed there, but nothing I'm going to worry about too much. So what we're going to do next, obviously I'm thinking about something. Okay, so I think we will do this area here, and we're going to, obviously I'm looking and thinking about what I'm going to put in here. And obviously this area here is going to be the cell block, so I do have a mod called Settlement Objects Expansion, but also I think the Unlock Settlement Objects also has these cells. There's two sizes, as you can see, one small and one rather big. These are really good. They snap into position very nicely. I'm just getting moving so I can see what I'm doing. Spin it around, click, and there you go. Done. As ever with Fallout 4, build order is absolutely key to getting a smooth build, and this is something that you learn after doing many hours of building, like I have. Some incredible amount of time in Fallout app now, and the thing I like about these objects such as the jail cells and these partitions is that the roofs will just snap straight to them. So you can see the upper shack floor will just snap straight into place, nice and snug. So I'll just put the roof in. Beautiful, there we go. All good. And it will also snap straight onto these cells. There will be a little bit of stuff hanging out invisible, but it's quite acceptable, and I don't worry about it too much. I don't think anybody's going to run around and really critique you on slight things. So there you go, there's the roof, and we're really starting to make some progress now. Now I like to give it a kind of old colonial feel. It's just a thing that I do with just the police station. There we go, and we'll just put that up on top. And again, you notice that I'm going to put this in first, and then I'll put the veranda roof on after that. And you know, the community, some people in the community are a bit anti mods. I actually love them. I've spent a lot of time building without mods and with mods, and I think it does help your creativity, and it does fix a lot of issues that we have when we're not building with mods. It can be incredibly frustrating on trying to get things to fit without mods. So you know, no apologies. I love them. So now I'm going to snap and build, and basically there's a rail system that I use for a lot of my builds. You'll see in a minute. So it's always the second corner piece that you need, and they just snap straight on, and then you have a little single piece that just fills in the gaps. There we go, and one more. Fantastic, done. So I think next, if I remember correctly, we need to put some stairs in. And again, with one of the advantages of using the mods that I've mentioned is that things snap a little bit more readily. So you can see these stairs now snap straight onto each other. and again you can glitch that in the pillar glitch would be good. These posts are great, they snap in the right place, exactly where you want them to. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go. Nice little veranda area, entrance area. So it's pretty much 80% done, and things are going very smooth in this build, unlike the practice build that I had. It's always good if you're going to record for YouTube to have a practice run, because it allows you to figure things out. Now this snaps in virtually straight away, which never ever happens, and you can see these pieces are courtesy of Andrew CX from Unlock Settlement Objects. Ultimately in the final build, when you see the walkthrough, I do take these out and change them for concrete, but for now I think they look alright. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually putting the structure underneath first, so that the bottom structure. You try and do it the other way around, as I found when the first time I'd done my practice build, it can be a bit of a nightmare. So obviously when you're trying to snap concrete to each other, looking down, slightly down at them is a key. So we'll just finish off putting the walls in here. Typically I like to put something like that, or maybe a window in, and you see that's just a little bit overlapped, so just click it and push it up. There we go. Snap straight into place. Now you could effectively leave that open if you like. It might be a nice look. You could put windows in there if you liked. On this occasion I just put the walls in completely around the structure, and our beloved post, in she goes. Maybe. Yeah, the struggle is real, people. The struggle is real, and if you've built in Fallout for a while, you'll know exactly what I mean. Okay, so I'm now looking to see what I can do with this little area to the side, and just to give it a little bit more depth and a little bit more texture to the build and some point of interest. So using these concrete foundations, a couple in there. Okay, yep, and we're going to put that as a little kind of storage area, I guess, and we will put a power generator in there also. I have no idea why I ran inside and had a look around, no idea whatsoever, but you know, such is life. Okay, so let's have a look. We'll probably go to the fences tab now and go and use one of my favourite objects of all time. These have been introduced via Unlock Settlement Objects, I think, and I just love these chainmail fences. They can, however, be a little bit finicky. This one tends to go in fairly well. Get them nice and straight, and again, use the make sure the first one is correct, because everything's going to work off this. And I don't know, so at this point, or with posts like this, put them in and click again, pull them down, and they'll go naturally to the right height. Now you may have spotted the problem or the error here. There is a gap, and ultimately with this I end up scrapping it and redoing it, but I thought I'd leave it in so you can see a little bit of the struggle of getting these fences in, because they can be a bit finicky. They can be very finicky, in fact. So I've tried putting one to the side, see if I click in. I put one to the offset and see it's only got one place to go. Yeah, that's not close. So change the angle, get rid of that. Change the angle and see if that'll fix it. Sometimes it does. Oh, there it goes, and there it goes. Click straight in. So sometimes just changing the angle, how you're doing this. This one just eventually, just for whatever reason, there you go, click. something is not quite right, and I think at this point I realised that it's not quite right, and I've cut out all the bit where I struggle and try and fix it. Ultimately I just rip it out and redo it, and you'll see that in the final walkthrough. But I left it in to show you, just maybe if you come across this. I just reload my gun just in case we get attacked. I left it in just to show you possibly what you can do in this situation. Ultimately I'm not exactly happy with it, but okay, so we have a gap at the bottom of the fence there, and we also have a gap in the concrete. So these blocks are fantastic, these breeze blocks. I do like them. Again, it's adding to that kind of overall look. Unfortunately those are floating, and I don't realise that until I've put them in. So I'm going to click in, spin it around. Sometimes that works, and you can see just spinning it around, simply spinning it around, and just allows it to click in. Now I've noticed to go and it's all becoming a bit messy now. I'm trying several things to see, can I put that underneath? No, it keeps flicking up on me. Can I build a wall single? I guess what you could do in this instance is build a wall outside and bring it in. I've just decided to do the lazy stuff and put a wall in front of it, and that works a lot of the time. Just put something in front of it. Nobody's going to come and have a look at your building there. The inspector's not going to come around and say fix it. So it's, yeah, and it does help with the overall look, I think, because you know, in the Commonwealth after the nuclear explosion, that kind of stuff, you know, they're using the resources that they have to hand, and it's not always going to be perfect. So again, I'm looking to see, not quite happy with that bit there. Is there anything I can do? That's not going to work. What else have I got in the arse now? Oh, tyres. Could I put the tyres in there just to bodge it up? And again, some people might like that look. It's you know, it just adds to the overall scrappiness and of the build. Ultimately, when I built my first police station, I wasn't totally happy with how clean that wood looks, and you'll see in the final walkthrough I will go back to Sanctuary and show you the original building, and I will I'll show you what I typically do to just make things look a little bit more scrappy. And again, as you can see, because this fence is not fitting perfectly, it's causing other issues because the steps now don't line up. And I think I've got to the point where I've just, you know, I'm over it a little bit. So just glitch these in again, pillar glitch these in. I'm using the mod, but you can pillar glitch. Okay, and now I just cut out the bit where I tried to fix it and was unsuccessful. Okay, we'll put our generator in. You can see that's clipping through the concrete, and that's just one of the mods that I have installed. It tends to do that a little bit, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, that sinking things in is can be quite useful. And so now I'm just going to add a little texture, add a little depth to this area, otherwise it will look quite plain. Thematic and practical. If you're into mods and you want a nice mod that has wasteland look, furniture and whatnot, use this mod. I've used it a lot. I love it. I love this area where he has pallets and stuff. These have now been added with other mods, but I used to use this for a long time. Put the drums in, and you'll see again in a lot of my builds I used both the pallets and the drums. And then I love my boxes, my wooden crates. These are fantastic. Just put them in there, and this is all decorative. I don't show you too much of the decoration of this in this build. Otherwise this would be about an hour long, if not longer. But just to show you what is possible with this area. And there we go. Just gives it a little bit more character, a little bit more depth. And that's pretty much it. The veranda's all done, the storage area is done, office is done, the jail cells are done. But the last thing that we need to put in is to tell you what this building actually is. So we put the sign on, and this is part of the Bethesda sign. So you have this plop police right here. And we do a little bit more work here, because as I've suddenly realised, there are no doors in this facility. So let's put some doors on now. Okay, and there's a great door in here that is a jail door, which works very well for this transitional area between the office area and the holding cells. There it is there. Plop. Fits right in. Now, rookie mistake here. Click. Put the door in. Realise I've got to put the door in the middle. So put the middle door in first. And this is about the only door that you're going to have to glitch in. You can see that took forever for my my materials to load. That's because I've got quite a few mods. It's worse in Sanctuary because I've done a lot of building. So I'm just looking for the door, this steel door here. What I was saying is this is the only one that you'll need to glitch in. So again, you know, the rug glitch or the pillar glitch or whatever you use will work here. Again, place anywhere, just for ease. But I tend to not glitch things in that typically I can't glitch in with other methods. Like I said, it's just, you know, for speed when I'm recording. And there you go, folks. It is getting a little bit dark, so I will transition and have a sleep in a second and do the final walkthrough. Hope you enjoyed this build. I hope it's useful and it's given you some ideas. And here's the final walkthrough. So you can see it to the right there, I've redone that area and the steps line up. A couple of lights in there. I put some carpets in the main area. A bit of a desk happening at the back. The Australian flag, the Aussie flag. Nice Nuka-Cola machine, cigarette machine. Some guns on the wall. You can decorate however you like. These lockers are always good to fill up some gaps. A couple of benches and mattresses and whatnot. And that's pretty much it. Now I will in a second. I do realise that I've gone probably a little bit quickly. Like I said, not much to it. So I will show you my original build, which doesn't have the jail cell. So here we're in Sanctuary. This doesn't have the jail cell. And if you look in the walls, I've kind of trashed up the walls a little bit. Same materials. The pillars are a little bit differently. And you can see I've boarded up the windows. There's a little bit more trash around. Used those rails from Nuka World. And yeah, just a little bit different idea if you just wanted to make a smaller build. This is 3x2. And a couple of desks, a few filing cabinets, a few cigarettes apparently. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It would be very good for my channel, seeing I'm fairly new, if you could pop a like below. Your comments are always welcome. If you have any questions, catch me on Twitter or via email. And subscribe if this really helped you. Thanks, guys.